Nights. Everything updated, and sure enough, there we go. Back with another week of Meseeks Madness Royale, guys. If you are just now joining in, this is a 5-minute delay, so if you're putting in chat, Verdict, we can't hear you. I looked at it, and sure enough, I didn't have any volume. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and fix the audio for you as well. It's like every time I get an update, bro, everything's just out of whack. Say something for me, Gil.
Oh, what's good?
There we go. That's the move. Gil, join us tonight for the co-cast. As always, Tuesday nights are where you can find all the hottest action for the Battle Royale scene. I know everybody just got done watching some Mobile Mayhem. It's time to switch things up for some Battle Royale. We got plenty of action. Nonetheless, one of my favorite players in the game is back and joining us tonight. That is going to be Citrus, if I'm not mistaken. He is already in the lobby, right? I did see Wicked Will come through for the raid. Super hyped for that. Appreciate you, Will. Taking a look. I'm seeing Citrus in the lobby. So, yes, Citrus had like a 3-week situation where he didn't attend. I'm not sure what the situation was, but I did see he was back streaming. Glad to see him back in action 100%. So, we'll get started up with our first matchups. The lobbies are just now getting full. And last week we had a hell of a showdown. I think they got the final points finished and everything, so we should have scores from last week. Is that right?
I think you're right. Yes.
Yes. Eclipse Esports won 166 points. GG's.
100. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Look at that. They did it. They did it, and of course we had Wicked. That was Wicked Esports, right?
Yes.
It was a Wicked Esports roster that was pretty close, but on the very last moments, it was not the performance they needed, and Eclipse was able to take it all home.
That is dope, bro. I know we had a action-packed 4 games. At one point, Real Gamers were doing really well, AMK was doing well, but AMK got dropped early. In the fourth game, Alchemy had a decent a few games. Saints Esports had a few pop-off games, but just didn't come to the table. Game 4, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe they got taken out like literally midway through that game. So Wicked Esports right there above Saints Esports. So very neck and neck, second and third place. Only 18 points deciding first and second. That is probably one of the like closer matchups that we've had. More closer. That doesn't sound right. It's obviously not right. So closer, yes. Guys, just joining again. We are about to get started there for game 1. Don't go anywhere. The action's going to start here. Gil, who are we going to be watching tonight?
What are we gonna be watching? Well, plenty of regular names. AMK is gonna be, of course, yet again on the first spot. I feel like AMK usually like registers pretty early, right? We're gonna have Maniac Aces. Alchemy, of course, is gonna be joining us yet again. I think we have like a pretty set amount of teams that we see in here. Like I mentioned, all of those above. Affiliate Esports, SNS Los Muertos, Wicked Elites, Wrecked by Reapers. There's plenty of names that are definitely being pretty consistent with us. And I'm pretty grateful about that, but there's always new names. Like, for example, in the slot 17, I can see a team named Chaotic Frontline Gaming that, if I'm being honest, I don't think I've seen before.
It looks like a team that has players that I'm familiar with. I'm familiar with X-Ray. I'm familiar with Captain, Space Captain. I'm familiar with... I'm not familiar with Complex. I'm not familiar with XL. One of the things that I want to point out that I feel like is a huge thing that I probably overlooked earlier, the fourth slot, we've got Dark Helmet, Acer. Is that Gora? Is Gora back in the mix? Has he been in the mix for a while, or did he recently name change?
He was missing every now and then.
So seeing Gora and Dark Helmet in the same slot definitely makes me feel a lot more confident about that AE roster performing. And we have seen, like, let's take a look from last week's points. You know, they didn't necessarily have like crap games, but I'm not used to seeing 17 kills and 63 points for them. So that is just something to notate. We'll see how their performance goes tonight. As, you know, that may not mean anything. It may just, you know, be the same thing that they went through last week. But we'll see how the addition of Gora impacts that roster, as they have known to be popped off. I'm going to keep a close eye on Eclipse, Frank Dini's team in particular. I think that's who that is. And also the team Wicked Will's on. Sketch YT, Chaotic, Dark, Will. That is a pretty stacked lineup as well. So we've got some pretty sweet teams in the building so far. Trying to see who else we could... got to keep an eye on Real Gamers. They had a decent run last week. Fell off towards the end, but, you know, still have high hopes for them. Saints Esports, Shogun, Frost, Dior, and Rosewind. Bro, that's an OP roster. That should be hitting like perfectly tonight, as well as, again, Alchemy Team 21. I'm not sure who Dominant is, but I've seen Joe, Blaze, and Citrus all work together. If they are including this guy, I'm assuming that, you know, we can go ahead and vouch for him as well. No sound. Thank you, Rio. I am fully aware of that. We got it taken care of. I appreciate you for the heads up.
Yeah, plenty of action right now. We're going to have 76 people in total. I'm not too sure when exactly we're going to be starting the game. I know that it's going to be pretty soon. So it seems like that's going to be the amount of people that we have for game number 1. And yeah, like you mentioned, that team of Eclipse with Frank Dini, Miguel Syndicate, and Soul, it could be quite interesting. From Real Gamers, like you did say, last week they had an amazing game 1 and game 2, I believe. Then after that, it was pretty much disaster for them, unfortunately. But game 1 and 2 was pretty great. So let's see if maybe today they can brought back that same action they got on game 1 last week. But as of right now, I do not have confirmation on the starting time though. But it should be any minute now. It should be any minute now. Is there any squad specifically that is not like complete at the moment? I feel like everyone has a full squad, seems like.
Yeah, I feel like we're not completely at full capacity. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and jump into the action. So game number 1 starting up. High expectations for some of these guys who haven't haven't participated recently. AE, they participated, but let's be real, it hasn't been the kind of results that we've expected from them.
Hmm.
Super excited about seeing Citrus back in the mix. So we'll see how this first game goes, and we just kind of play from there. As we got high expectations for Saints Esports, Real Gamers, and definitely looking forward to seeing if anybody's going to step up to the occasion and show out here in game number 1. But we've seen how things pan out over the course of time. They'll have one good game, they'll have another good game, and then third, fourth, or second game is terrible. It's just never that consistency that we grown to expect. So um, anything's bound to happen. Game 1, starting up in 3 seconds. Citrus coming through with the massive 68 Raiders. What's good, homie? So glad to have you back in the mix.
Yeah, it's always nice to see those players that we know for a fact can be a real deal in any team that they might be in. And of course, Citrus is in Alchemy, right?
That's correct.
What is the number for them? I was
21, if I'm not mistaken.
21. There you go. They're gonna be jumping right now. Seems like they might be going to Harbor or Raider Base for the time being. There's no aerial platform that I can see in the proximities. Yeah, and they are going to be going to Raider Base, others going to Harbor. I'm trying to find if there's any specific place where 2 or more squads are going to be dropping at. I do see 2 teams that dropped right off the bat onto the ground, and that's going to be 15 and Team 5.
Team 5 and Team 15 going to be taking some action here. That's going to be SNS. And I'm not 100% sure what Team 15 is called. TWSS. I feel like that is the Lethal Warriors. That's not Lethal Warriors. No, that's a completely different squad. D-Killa, W Not Fate actually going to take some shots. Toast Simp going to be taken down. That's going to be one and done for them, as it's going to be a 3v4 situation. Take a look at the minimap. I'm not seeing much more action. 12 and 19 going to be in Sakura. That might be where we see Real Gamers get their start for the matchup, as we do see Team 19. That's going to be Saints Esports too. Wow, what a great way to start this game. 2 top tier teams in the vicinity of others, and Rafa gets a knock on Frost. He's going to get violated, try to come out and get his thirst. Shame on you, Rafa.
Takes that knock onto Frost. He's out. They were also able on Saint Esports to get a knock onto one of the Real Gamers. None of them has been killed just yet, only dropped down, but still alive. Frost is gonna get revived by his allies. Problem might be, I don't know how much of a healing they have. Doesn't matter though, Frost does have that medic available. Shogun is gonna start fighting. In a way, it feels like both are playing it pretty cautiously, using operators in there. Shogun gonna get a revenge onto his ally by getting one of the Real Gamers. I don't know who that was, but that's gonna be one less player. It's gonna be critical to start out by getting that advantage. And at the same time, I do see that the Real Gamers are sort of split apart from one another, that it's not necessarily what you want to see, and they also don't have the best equipment that you might be thinking of. They are gonna be, one of them is gonna be now 2 that use the airborne to get some sort of information for the team. Unfortunately, not gonna be too much. He gets into the roof and gets jumped by Dior. That's the second Real Gamer out, and it seems like Saints Esports might have that fight in the bag.
They should. It's a 4v2 scenario. They got the thirst on one of the players from Real Gamers earlier. Frost got revived. Everything just going in the way of the guys over at Saints Esports. They're going to be on the paper chase now. Real Gamers looking to stay alive in this. It's not looking too good. Just some side notes. D-Killa gets taken down by one of the SNS Honey players. Or SNS Honey, one of the players for that roster that we were taking a look at earlier. Shogun going to push up in the building and take some shots. Gets a knock on Hap, leaving nobody alive for Team 15, if I'm not Team 15, but Team 5, if I'm not mistaken. Who was that was in the area? That was Real Gamers, right? Are they still in the
Real
lobby?
Gamers. No, they're out. They're out. They just got the four kills, and that's a great start for Saints Esports, like you mentioned. And overall, plenty of fights going on at the same time in this game number 1. I'm trying to look at the minimap to any other potential fights, and I do see in the area of Dog that maybe Raked by Reapers could be starting up their own. Oh wait, no, never mind. There was an spectator glitch. It's no one around them. Is there any other though?
No, but I missed Will's 3-piece. He's got 3 kills on the board. This roster is looking pretty stout at the moment. I mentioned them as a team that we keep an eye on as well, and I completely neglected his abilities. Team 8, one of the teams that I also mentioned, which was Frank Dini's team, going to be left on his lonesome. He's no stranger to playing all by himself. Definitely not looking too good for them at the moment, though. So, game 1, about a quarter of the way through, and it has already been a team wipe for the guys over Real Gamers. That's real tough for them as they played very decently last week, just not getting the same results they did this week. So he's on the brink of elimination, and the guys from the Sketch YT and Will team are actually on the prowl. They're going to be pushing back. It looks like they're going to be going towards the chip, which is not there. They're getting a vehicle. Okay, so they're getting a vehicle and going to be taken for that. We're going to take some action over at Doc's Team 16 and Team 17. Going to be in the mix. X-Ray Pug and Excel. Excel going to go down. He's going to be instantly thirsted. And X-Ray going to be left on his lone. Salvi picks up that kill for Wrecked by Reapers. They are playing very well so far. 4 kills on board for them.
Yeah, X-Ray Pro got left alone, like you mentioned. That's gonna be problematic, but at the same time, Wrecked by Reapers only has 2 players alive. They get the 2 others back with the revive flight, so never mind, they're gonna be back onto full force. And I did see in the feed that AMK was getting a kill or 2 there. Ultra ultimately ended up dying. They're gonna be fighting against none other than Aphelion, where Gora already got knocked out by Basic. There you have it, Gora is out. And now Aphelion only has 1 last player, that's gonna be Apex, who's currently trying to run away. And he's gonna get pushed over by plenty of people. There's a lot of fellas all over the place. That was the worst placement for him to be at, and Aphelion is out.
It's tough, bro. I was looking completely forward to seeing Aphelion have a great game 1, kind of run the tables, maybe 8 to 10 kills. They get cut shy. They are nicked out of game 1. AMK is just a stout opponent. I got to give it to them. They pretty much forced the hands of Aphelion there, literally and rhetorically. So we're going to see the vehicle play come through. King Gamer gets a knock on John John. Go, John John. That's not John John, is it?
I don't think it is. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not our boy John.
There's even grenades coming by. King Gamer might be knocked out, but his allies are around. That's gonna be 8 kills, by the way, for AMK. I think last week we did definitely have plenty of great games by them, but yet again in here we're gonna see why they are known for in Battle Royale. 8 kills overall, and it's gonna be pretty spread out throughout the players. Basic with 1, Watch J with 3, Ultra who is out with 2. And now they're getting pushed over by Squad 24. That's going to be Exotic Elusive. It seems like they don't want to take that fight. I don't think they have the advantage in that scenario, so that's why they are just backing out of that.
Okay, and I'm getting word into that Gore was never officially a part of the roster. I just was so used to seeing him play in that Aphelion team that it was almost a nostalgic feeling to see him back in the lobby. So we are going to see the push come through for Team 21. Oh my god, that's going to be Citrus and Team Alchemy. They're circling the building. They want blood. They might get it here as multiple vehicles going to rowel it up. They are waiting for the opportunity to come through. Blaze, the dominant in one, Citrus and Joe in the other. Citrus and Joe going to be hopping out. And then the Airborne's going to come down. Citrus going to be playing pretty cheeky here. Gets some shots on one player. Gets a knock. And Wash J might be done for there. King Gamer going to be there to get Citrus, who overextends. King Gamer is going to be taking down Ultra, who just came back on the revive flight. He is going to have an opportunity to get these tags. We'll see how he plays this out. He's going to be last player alive. Citrus should get rezzed, but Team 21 definitely put them... Oh, yeah, he's definitely getting rezzed. I thought he got thirsted off the bat, so... Citrus is going to be picked up. That's going to be 4 kills off the bat for them, and what could have been 9 to 10 kills for the guys over at AMK. They're going to be left with 8. No thirst on that particular situation, so Ultra are going to be living the dream here. 1 player left alive for AMK. he's going to have to clutch tags here.
It was almost terrifying to think about. Like, if you knew that that was Alchemy just circling around the building, and all you can do is pretty much just hope that they don't get in there. They ended up pushing with the 4 players at the same time. One of them got knocked. That was Citrus, unfortunately, who overextended a little bit, but overall, perfect execution, getting those 2 kills. And now we're gonna get pushed over by that exotic roster that I mentioned that I was quite close. I don't know if they want to get into a fight. I did notice that Joe got into the car alongside with Citrus, so I think I'm pretty used to seeing Alchemy trying to go for fights when they're in a vehicle right now, and that's exactly what Joe and Citrus are going to be doing as they get the first knock onto Plague. He's out. He's knocked there.
Yeah, that play from the Antelope is just an absolute animal thing to do. Use Code is going to be on the bottom side of this rock. They're not really trying to contest this. Plague going to be thirsted. Cypher trying to get to the top of this hill. This is a tough look for Team 24. If they had maybe moved on these guys a little earlier when they're in the warehouse, they might have been able to capitalize on a few. But at the moment, with 4 strong, it is going to be damn near impossible for this exotic roster to really even contest. So we're going to see Josh pushing out with a sniper, taking some shots on Joe. Joe going to be retreating back. Blaze and Citrus going to be coming in, guns a-blazing. Antelope's hot. They're going to get to the top of this hill real easy. This is going to be a tough one to watch, too.
Yeah, currently pushing on to that's John, I think that was his name. Josh. Josh was in the area. Pretty much terrified, ended up using the wingsuit to get out of that sticky situation, but still getting pushed over by that Antelope that is just so freaking terrifying. One of their teammates already got knocked out. Josh takes an okay amount of damage. It was like 15. Managed to get into the car so he can run away himself, but let's see for how long, as I'm sure they're gonna continue the chase, and Josh continues to get lower and lower in health, only has 20 HP, and that car is about to explode. He continues to try to run away, but he's gonna get, ooh, he might be stuck. Does have that medic, so he's gonna be able to survive, but I don't know for how long. Oh my god, Alchemy is so bloodthirsty. They get the knock, and Josh is out. Verdict.
Yo, I can just imagine Citrus now. Let's get in this Antelope. Go ahead and thirst this lobby. We're not taking any prisoners alive. I know he's fired up. I'm so glad to see him back in the mix. We're going to see if there's any more action, as I do see this one coming to a conclusion there. We're going to have some action outside of zone. Team 2, Menace and Clear, going to be outside of the area, but they are not. Yeah, Joe, wow. Joe comes through, gets the first knock. Finnick. An absolute beast. Did it get a buff in Battle Royale too? Because that gun is just absolutely OP.
I mean, I guess they did, right? They usually buff it, not necessarily equally to multiplayer, but a tiny bit similar. And we already used to see a lot of Fennec players in here. In the close range, of course, it just shreds the enemies. But now with that slight buff that it received, it should be a tiny bit better than it already was. I'm trying to look, like, there's plenty of people in the downtown area, plenty of different squads. There's gonna be 1 or 2 players from Exotic in the mix. There's gonna be Cypher. Cypher sort of in a bad placement. I do see him only with a pistol. So that's not what you want to see, and even less so if you have other teams like Wrecked by Reapers in the area.
He did manage to pick up a Finnick, which definitely gives me a bit more confidence, but with the amount of teams in the mix, it is looking pretty sweaty for them. As I was saying that, I did see a few fights being taken outside of the zone, working their way in. That was like FUE. Wicked Will going to get some shots, knocks one onto... not 100% sure who that was, but I'm sure they're going to be pushing up to get the finish. Team 6, last player alive is going to be Das Boot. That is the team that I was just spectating out on Dolphin Island. Is that what that is right there? Is that
yes.
Dolphin? Okay, perfect.
No, wait, no.
No, Dolphin's at the bottom of downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
It's
so
close
this is like
to it, but not quite.
It's technically downtown, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Das Boot was able to get out of there with the airborne, but not too safely, as there's still squad 17 in a car. They might not be able to spot him, which is going to be helpful for him. But I think that's going to be most of what we're going to see from this team. Oh, it's complex. And I just saw that Complex is actually quite low HP. That's Brood ended up picking up that kill. Complex is out. And Complex was actually one of the players of a squad that you were mentioning earlier, right?
That's right. That is absolutely right. He was a part of that. I want to say it was the Frankini roster. No. That was not right. Complex is a part of the Space
X-Ray.
Captain X-Ray. Okay, yeah. That's that Team 17. So, yeah, they're actually going to be wiped there as Excel gets taken down by TW, wrecked by Reapers. Putting in some work. I got to give it to him. 9 kills on the board. TW still in the mix. It looks like Drops is AFK. He is completely out of the zone. And he's about to die. If he dies,
it's out.
Yeah, if he dies from this altitude, does he?
I'm hurt.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he takes damage.
Oh yeah. He took a little bit of damage.
I don't know. He's out though.
Yeah, he's definitely out. AFK. That's gonna leave TW on his own. Last revive flight's gonna come through at 18 seconds. Not looking too good for them. Team 21, Team Alchemy running the board right now. Low kill game for everybody. 10 kills. Probably the top leader of the lobby, but with that being stated, I've just seen Syndicate go down. That's 11. The kills on AMK definitely have higher volume than the amount of kills that they actually got received credit for. So, got to give a shout out to them, as it was a pretty stacked AMK roster that looked very, very good last week. This week they were stunned at 8 kills. Now that's still looking pretty decently. Oh my god, Daspu gets taken down. Citrus picks up the Arctic 50 kill. They're just going to control Hill here, and it is looking pretty decent for them. Only team that they've really got to worry about now is the team Wicked Will's on. He's absolutely owning 7 kills by himself.
Yeah, that area is pretty much just Citrus, Joe, Blazed, and Dominant waiting for the safe zone to collapse, which they're not too worried about because it's going to be in like a minute or two because of the exact area where they are compared to the next safe zone. So they can just stick around for a few more minutes. Will is going to be taking yet another kill. You were mentioning how he got a few kills early. Right now, Will, give it a check. Check how many kills my boy Will has. 8 kills for the side of
He's got all the kills for this team.
Mm-hmm. All of them.
Will putting in some work, man. Will kill it. Will popping off. So we will see. They're actually one of the rosters that have 4 players left. Team 11 is going to have, I'm not sure their team, NKCE. They don't have too many players. SVR. New Killers. Okay, gotcha. SVR I'm familiar with. I'm not 100% of the rest. They're going to be pushing up to the top side of this building. They're going to actually take this 4v4. This actually might be an ample opportunity for Team Alchemy to come in the mix. As I'm taking a look at the minimap, they're going to be circling down as the zone is start crashing. We're going to see players going towards that dare drop too. Will going to get taken down. That's different. I haven't seen him lose a gunfight all night.
Yeah, Will knocked, but still alive. Let's see if he's gonna be able to get revived. But I do see that also the squad that was 7 and 11. Yeah, the squad 11 nuclear school, like you mentioned, they had a full 4 squad, but then they all started dropping. Most of them are low HP. Like right now, it's only Near and Squiggly Lines in the mix. And I think they might get a kill because Will was in the area. Oh, they don't see him. That's going to be pretty helpful for... No, they did ended up finding him. Near does get those 2 kills. That's going to be new killers with 10 kills for themselves. Still 2 players alive. And the only problem is here. Alchemy, still 4 players alive and not too many opponents left. They might be able to clutch this one up. They have 14 kills already. They can get a few more. So that could be the best game one for them if they manage to clutch it up as well. They already got the kills. Let's see if they can also get the placements.
Absolutely. They are in pretty decent position and relative to the zone. Now, what I'm noticing is Citrus is kind of on the top of this building. He's going to hold these teams because he knows there's no one behind him. This is an area of power. He is just going to absolutely abuse this head glitch. 200 IQ for him. He's actually going to be forced back to the airborne, so he is going to get better positioning. Going to go ahead and get the early advantage on the hillside. I'm sure he'll spot some too, as we do see great positioning for Alchemy off the bat. Toastem going to take down one of the players from that New Killers Gaming roster. Near is actually going to be the last one alive. is not looking good. Toast Step actually going to be traded as Nier does get that kill to finish it off. Smoke comes through, but I'm sure the zone's going to get him here. No, it doesn't. 6 HP.
And he's getting sniped from the side by Citrus,
Oh,
and Blaze is
Blaze.
actually the one catching him off. And that's a 4v1v1 now. Citrus is gonna be pushing onto one of them alongside with Dominant. Dominant takes the first, Blaze gets the second. That is GG well played. That is, what was that, 16, 17 kills for them? And a first place for the side of Alchemy. Extraordinary performance to start off right off the bat. GG well played.
GG well played indeed, as we are absolutely feeling this game. Number one, 5, 10, 13, 17 kills for Alchemy. Citrus coming back in the mix and absolutely welcomed. Nobody got dropped from that team. There was a few reses. I remember Citrus went down in that warehouse fight that they had with AMK, but no casualties. So got to commend this whole roster for playing extremely well together. I got to say, I was hoping that Wicked Squad was going to be the team to, get in a position to contest, but they actually got caught up inside of the building downtown, where Exotic actually was able to get a few knocks, forcing one of those players to, get outside the building and play for his life. They didn't end up getting a top 5, but they did finish with 10 kills and a 6th place finish. SNS with a 2nd place and 5 kills. That's impressive. These guys definitely show promise in their abilities. Haven't seen like a good combination of 4-game sets. We'll see and monitor how they go into the game number 2. If they're a team that's going to stand out, we'll continue to press on them. Nonetheless, in the books, Team 11 gets 12 kills. Who was Team 11? That is the NKC. That's the team that actually took down the Wicked roster. So 12 kills. They're actually going to pick up the 2nd frag of the lobby. So super excited for game number 2 to start up, as I'm taking a look at the sheets and everything. We don't have live scoring this week, which is unfortunate. Got to make a note that Saints Esports actually goes down early. They pick up 8 or 7 kills, which is extremely great for a 15th place finish, just not the place they want to be at for, to compete at a top 3 level. So we'll see how their next 3 games go and kind of decide, if they're going to be a focus or not. So game number 2 about to start up. Gil, what are you thinking so far?
Well, the first 2 thoughts is, of course, we have the three teams with the most kills, like you mentioned, Alchemy, New Killer's Crew, and that was Squad 7. That's Wicked, right? With Whale. They did an amazing job. They need to keep it up for the next few games, like you mentioned. That they gotta be consistent for the next 4 games. And like you mentioned, with Saints Esports, they might be top 15 with only 4 players below them, 4 teams, below them. But 7 kills, like that's crazy. That means that they took probably 1.5 squads right off the bat, and then ultimately it ended up being them also getting knocked out. So hopefully they can do a little bit better on the next few. Talking about surviving for a little bit longer, because it's also important not for you to only survive. It also means that you're gonna get more of a chance to go for those kills, right? For those points that they definitely missed on the first game. So as we wait for game number 2, I'd like to see a little bit more from Saints Esports. 100%.
I need to see 150% here in game number 2. I need to see them have a phenomenal game 2 and a consistent game 3 and 4. Like, I'm talking about a top 5 finish and 8 to 10 kills. I know this is a 72. Well, we had like 75 players last lobby. I'm not expecting them to pop off with a 15 to 20 bomb. I just need to see them play consistently throughout this tournament. So super super excited about how this next game is going to turn out. Definitely going to be a determining factor of who's going to have a top 3 spot or not. I think it's safe to assume, based off of game number 1, Alchemy has easy first place points. They're going to at least have a 20 or 30 point lead. I think it'd be safe to assume that I don't think anybody had 5 kills within them, and also that first place finish puts them in a great positioning. That's 20 plus the 5 kill difference, That's 35 points already. So I don't think anybody else had anywhere close. So I'm thinking that they might have, 35-40 easy lead for them. So second place, I'm not really a numbers cruncher. I won't be able to sit down and tell you, but we'll have everything posted after the stream. I hate that we don't have a live scoreboard this week. That's tough, but nonetheless, if anybody wants to volunteer, bro, let me know. I will definitely get you in the right hands, right?
Yeah, it's always nice to have that backup help that provides us that those scores. And most definitely, yeah, if you would be down for it, you can hit any of us up, so you might be able to help us. That'd be great for sure.
All right, we're seeing everyone joining in the lobby. We're getting geared up for game number 2. Didn't see the affiliate roster that I was hoping would show up. Noted that Gore was never official on the roster. Definitely just a combo of the two. I didn't know that either. I got a DM and I was like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. Alchemy's OP. I'm reading chat. Yeah, Alchemy is absolutely OP, bro. I'm not going to credit that success to Citrus alone, but let's be real. He is a phenomenal player by himself and a tremendous IGL. Dude is literally thinking 10 steps ahead of you. It's difficult to compete in a situation like that.
Yeah, with the side of affiliate, I'm hoping a little bit more. That's for sure. It was unfortunate to see them fall off so. I don't want to say easily, but so early in a way, right? It's not what we were expecting at all. So as game number 2 is gonna be close to us, they gotta find their way. They gotta find a way to be back on track. We know that they're capable of a lot of stuff because they've done it in the past, but it's at this moment in time, it's there. It's in the past. It's not in here where it needs to be. So. Hoping to see them clutch up a little bit better in the game number 2. I do see that we're gonna have 77 people in here. Real gamers, that was another early bird getting knocked out, right? They were fighting pretty aggressively against, I think that was Saints Esports. I think that was the team they were fighting off, and ended up not working their way. They also got eliminated early. And that's what happens when you right off the bat encounter another great team that unfortunately one of them has to die in most of the situations, and Real Gamers was that team.
Yeah, I think Rafa got a knock early on Frost and got a bit, ahead of himself, pushed up for the Thirst, ends up getting knocked and thirsted himself. So let that be a lesson out there. Real Gamers had a phenomenal week last week, not discrediting them there. This week it's been a different one so far. 0 kills and last place finish. Definitely not where you want to be at after game number 1. We'll see if they can bounce back and get back in the swing of things here in game number 2. AMK, another team that I felt like got cut shy early. They, obviously we saw all of that interaction. We saw Ultra in the feed for the last kill. And it's never ideal to get pushed by a bunch of goons in a vehicle, but this is a game where a bunch of goons in a vehicle will exist, and as long as Citrus is in the lobby with the rest of that Alchemy roster, you can expect something like that in game number 2.
Yeah, 100%. You never know what's coming, and when you're fighting against others, that's the risk that you go through. The fact that another team can hear those set shots and they can get closer to you and fight against you, push for the kills. That's exactly what happened to them. They were not able to keep up, so they gotta figure out something different for the next time. Of course, they had that option of Ultra that ended up not working out. He was at the right place at the right moment. But I still have a great hope for them to do a lot better in game number 2. This time around, there is going to be an aerial platform, but out of the teams that we have in here, do we have a specific squad that likes to go there without any sort of concern about others?
I would think since Alchemy's in the building and they're already like running the table, they would do it. As I say that, they are actually in the mix. Sketch actually going to go down
Oh.
Sketch actually going to get a knock and thirst on Toast. SNS is already down to 3 players. We talked about how well they did last game. They got 2 sweaty squads to encounter here in Nuketown, so I don't think there was any action. Team 10 actually forced. Wow, 2 players.
That was so close.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's toxic. Bad toxic.
Yeah, they are not gonna be pushing for that kill, but he was definitely fearing for his life. 6 HP without any sort of healing, that's not what you want to. I do see that Ultra gets a kill right off the bat in this game number 2 as they are fighting against squad 14. That is gonna be EMP players trying to defend themselves, but it's not working out so far. They already lost 2 in the mix. John and Juzgador are in the area. There's gonna be a grenade by King Gamer. Only one more alive. No, wait.
They're dead.
They're out.
Use
They're
code
out.
actually. Yep, that interaction was over before it even started. I didn't even get a chance to swap over. Real Gamer's gonna get a knock and thirst on Space Captain. That's Team 17. That's that team that I was having high expectations for. They are not delivering that to me here in game number 2 as they're down to 2 players. 1 player's X-Ray actually going to be left alone as Complex goes down. And yeah, he's going to be heading for the hills, so I do not blame you, X-Ray. Play your life, my guy. We're going to jump back over to Nuketown where the Wicked Squad, Sketch, Chaotic, Will, and Dark are in the mix. Dark's half health. They're going to be pushing collectively 2 teams in the area. SNS is one of them, and SNS is actually going to take a shot and knock one. Thirst him on Dark. Will actually going to get taken some shots, and he's going to go down. So Chaotic and Stretch in a difficult position, and now you got Team 8 actually in the mix too here. So this is going to be interesting to see how it pans out.
Yeah, Miguel was throwing a few nades maybe to take some damage, ends up hitting Sketch, but not by a lot of health. He's still in the mix. They only have 2 players though, and the side of Eclipse does have 4. If they could collectively push at the same time, that would be disastrous for the side of Wicked. They might have gotten the better end out of that fight, but ended up losing Will, which was the player with the most kills last game, I believe, like the single player with the most kills. Ended up dropping pretty early. They get him back with a revive flight, but they cannot be back in that same area with Eclipse still dancing around the roofs. Sketch and Chaotic just trying to survive, but they are getting slowly but surely being pushed. Right now, Chaotic is going to encounter his first enemy. That's Syndicate, who gets the knock, gets the kill, and like I mentioned, fortunately enough, they get the revive flights to take place because both of them are out verdict.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That was a lose-lose situation off the bat. Will and Dark heading right back there is not a good sign either. We'll see if they go Pier first before trying to get those tags, but you know, it was a 3-team drop. Really could have gone either way. Eclipse, I got to commend them. They played it extremely well. They weren't the aggressors at first. As a matter of fact, they were only able to pick up 2 kills, but they're 4 strong still. They don't have to sit around and loot up anymore. They can get in a vehicle and dip. They don't need to stay in the area for too long. Zone's crashing down. I'm expecting them to move on from this fight. SNS, I do believe that's 1 player left for them. That's Taz. High expectations for them. Game number 2's not looking too bright as Taz actually going to be left all by himself. He'll have to clutch tags here. We'll see how long Team 8 sticks around as both Wicked and SNS going to be trying to get those tags and clutch up.
Trying to look at the side of Aphelion who are in the harbor area. There's Gora and Dark Helmet on an Antelope just chasing down players from the SNS Los Muertos squads. They ended up just dancing around for a little bit. I don't think they're gonna stay for a fight. I don't know, they're just circling around. They get out of that Antelope. It seems like they definitely want to go for that push. And as they drop that airborne and start using it, I wouldn't be surprised. Gora is going to be with a shotgun in hand. And is going to be immediately dropping on one of the players. That player being Wonton. Wonton is going to be stealing the Antelope. Gora gets inside of that said Antelope while his ally gets a kill onto one of the SNS players. And yet again we see it, verdict. Enemies in the same Antelope just so they don't have to fight. They both get out of it. Gora is gonna be fighting. He's gonna be dropping dead to Wonton. Wonton takes it. Wow, that was quite a kill.
That was, but we did see Max actually get traded there too, so it's a 2v2 Wonton and Amir. Gonna be the last two alive. We're gonna see Amir pushing up. Gets the nade to hit. No, he hit the top of the wall. That's tough. Or not the nade, but the cluster. Nonetheless, Apex actually gonna be getting some help there, as I did see Dark Helmet actually taking some shots. The Holger, just an absolute beast of a gun. Apex gets the first. Amir goes down too. Los Muertos knocked and thirsted. Game number 2 ends early for them. We'll see how the other SNS roster fares as we take a look. Taz is still alive. Wicked Will and Dark are still alive, so they might be able to get these tags. Doesn't actually look like they're going to be able to. I see the tags expiring. That's tough, dude.
Yeah, Taz is going to be able to survive, but probably not get the dog tags, unfortunately, for the team. We could, I mean, they did get his teammates back. It was Will, the one that went back for everything and took it. They still have the 3 kills, so that's going to be pretty important for themselves. And now looking at the launch base area, I do see that Maniac Aces was able to get the weapons out of that airdrop. But at the same time, there might be enemies in the area. No, not really. It seems like the Squad 24 doesn't really want to go for a fight. Exotic was just hanging out.
Bro? That is Alchemy pulling up, as Exotic's trying to evade the area in a vehicle. Dominant actually got the FHJ out. He's going to go ahead and fire that first shot. I don't think he got it to land. But 2 teams in the mix. We'll see how they fare here. Wrecked by Reaper's actually going to get a knock on King Gamer. Dark goes down to another real gamer. So Real Gamer's stepping up here in Game 2. They've got 5 kills on the board. Slow start in Game 1. Ended up being, you know, we already see how that panned out. But they're actually going to be in the vicinity of Team 21 too. The Alchemy roster that was so dominant in first matchup. They're actually in the mix of getting one use code, gets thirsted. Man, what was he doing? What was Blake doing? He was just in a vehicle sitting there.
It seems like he just was distracted by something, right? Everyone got out of it and he was like just hanging out there.
Hey, Citrus, can I have your autograph? That it doesn't work like that, my guy. I'm just kidding. No disrespect. Blake, it just kind of looked like when I peeked over to the perspective of Alchemy, you were just kind of sitting there in the vehicle like a bot. Come on, bro.
Yeah, but that was 2 kills for the side of Alchemy. That if they started using that car, they might, and only might, get into the way of Maniac Aces. 4 players of Alchemy in the area going the exact opposite way, so I don't think that's going to be a fight. What could be a fight is on the Squad 25 and 22 on that boss station, as I see them pretty mixed up between one another. Royalty is even starting up a fight against one player, gets knocked out by Mori. Is that Mori? Yeah, Morilek got the first kill in that encounter. Plenty more players in the mix. Jesus, these names. Kajiter is there. Solar gets out.
That's Carrie. Carrie's right here. Carrie, Zells, Solar, Royalty for one team, and Team 22?
22, yes.
Van Hedda and Chu Morlek. More one Lek. I don't know.
I thought it was like Morilek, but I'm not sure.
Oh my! What in the hell happened? What was that? Bro, I was literally expecting his teammates to be right there, and none other than Alchemy just coming in. The goons, they're not in cars this time. They are going to be on foot, heading down the staircase and just absolutely pummel one player. Wash is going to be taken down. Zell is one shot. He's going to get a heal off, but for how long? Citrus taking some shots, lands a few. Ultra going to get a knock as he's back in the mix for AMK. They have a full roster back in hand, as they already have 10 kills, dude. I'm telling you, last game was their game to win. That encounter with Alchemy was by far the most, you know, unexpected thing that could have happened, and the most unfortunate thing that could have happened. So we'll see how this this matchup, you know, fares for both of those teams. As I'm looking for both of them to pop off and possibly meet right before the final circle. Don't want to spoil it, but I mean, those are my expectations, right?
Yeah, they are sort of in opposite ends if you're looking at the... I mean, not opposite ends, but pretty far away from one another. Alchemy seems to be going south, while Ultra and company of AMK are in the north side of the map. I do see that Real Gamers are going to be suffering a lot. They're going to be losing 2 players. 3 players now. Only Happy is going to be alive. And Syndicate is causing terror. That was squad number 8? Yeah, 8. Eclipse roster getting
Wow.
those knocks.
Did you
And
know that this was a
leaving only 1
spot
player
here where
alive.
Hap's at?
Yes.
I did not know that.
And you can even get there by walking. You don't even need to use Ninja.
Wow, what a bot I am. I literally haven't played Battle Royale in like a week or two. You know, even the amount of time that I have played, I did not know this was a spot. So thank you, Hap. And then also thank you for everyone who told me before that.
Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. Right now, there's going to be 14 squads alive. But although it's 14 squads, there's only 34 players. That means that the average is like 2 point something. A lot of these teams are suffering a lot. One of them could be, for example, Wicked Elite, that only has 3, and basically only 3 because Dark just got revived thanks to the revive flights. Will continues to be alive, gonna be using his adrenaline, and could be starting up a fight against AMK, as Ultra is gonna be in that mountain. I don't think Will spots Ultra. Ultra was in the rocks. Will tries to go for the fight, but it was too late. I don't know how that happened, but Will just couldn't see the enemy. Ends up being the prize. Sketch follows the same path. Dark, who just got revived, is gonna be looking for weapons, but it doesn't seem promising for the side of Wicked.
Does it? And for the first time, it does look like one of the players from the Alchemy roster actually gets taken down to Joe. Not sure what the situation was there. I just saw that was in the mix. AMK, yet again, off to a phenomenal start. They're already up to 12 kills. 5 kills ahead of the Alchemy roster. And like I said, that interaction last game was just super unfortunate. Bad timing. That's that bad COD timing, to be honest. They're running the table so far. 12 kills. They got control over nuclear plant. They're going to have 1 player left from Team 7. That's going to be Dark. He has 0 kills on the board. I'm sure he's trying to play for those tags, but at this particular point in the game, 4 sweaty AMK players, that is not the move, my guy. Washed the closest player, but let's look at the minimap. They are literally like in a flying V formation.
Blaze was able to get one of the kills, but taking a lot of damage. He's able to heal back up. The side of Alchemy is being pushed over by Maniac Aces, and it doesn't seem to be working out too well for Maniac Aces. They already lost 1 player. Blaze is still running away. Dominant is in the mix. Citrus is a little bit further away, but with a sniper is trying to get some damage onto the opponents. And I think this is a do or die for any of this too, because at the same time, there's 1 player from squad 22 pretty much just trying to third party with a sniper, but he's the one getting the bad end out of that trade as Clear finds the snipe onto him, and 22 is out.
They are indeed. That is going to do it for them, but Maniac Ace is still in the building. They've got 3 players still alive. They actually got the tags on the 4th, so all is fair as the res comes through. They still got a huge opponent right underneath them, so we'll see how Alchemy handles this little bit of adversity. I'm thinking that they got fully replenished too. Menace going to be taken down by Blaze. So as I said, it was a 3v4 scenario. It's a 4v4 as Joe is back in the building. He is going to be looting up, and they are going to go ahead and get that opening blood. That's going to open the door for Alchemy to actually push up. 2 players down, Clear and J Tommy. J Tommy's actually going for res. That's interesting. I mean, it's not like Alchemy isn't like right here in the area, right?
Yeah, it was just everything happened at once with the safe zone pushing onto them. They ended up dying. There was plenty of people getting dropped, and Maniac Aces is completely out of the mix. Alchemy ended up losing Dominant, but now with 11 kills are going to be getting closer to their closest opponent, which is AMK. AMK is going to be with 13 kills, but still 4 players alive. What happened?
Oh, I was just saying, like, they're actually in a position to hold Alchemy here. I don't know if they're aware of it.
Oh, they are, yeah.
I mean, King Gamer is at the top of this hill. I think they know that there's a player or a team there. King Gamer is actually going to be all on his own, but his 3 players from Alchemy going to be right here. Exotic John's going to go down to Ultra. He's definitely waiting. He wants to smoke, bro. He's going to get it here. Jumps out of the vehicle as the shots are taken. May not be the move. Joe actually going to be taken down as another player Wash J actually going to be getting the thirst. Wash J actually going to overextend as Citrus gets the shots to land. Ultra trying to get the refrag, but nonetheless, Wash J is going to go down. So the trades have been made. It's an even 3-3.
Sort of 3-3 because Dominant actually got knocked by Ultra. And Ultra is pushing against Blaze. Blaze is on his own as also, yeah, there's going to be Citrus dying to Basic. That was a 2 versus 1 for Citrus. He might be such a good player, but when you're in a 1v2 against AMK players, it's not going to be an easy task. And now the side of Alchemy is going to be in a lot of trouble as Ultra is going to be pushing for Blaze. But Blaze really smart with a Nova Gas. Prevents Ultra from getting there, but he still has to run away. Ultra's taking damage. Ultra, with 3 HP, finds the kill. That's going to be 18 kills for AMK, and at the same time, they're taking out Alchemy out of game number 2.
Bro, was that not, like, one of the best encounters? I know last game we got a similar taste. Shoes on another foot. I'm not rooting for either of these teams, but it just kind of fits. AMK gets knocked early. Alchemy wins. AMK knocks Alchemy here. They're already up to 18 kills. They are running the tables at the moment. Alchemy down and out. It could not have been a better picture-perfect scene for AMK. Last game, it went picture-perfect for the guys over at Alchemy. We'll see how AMK survives here, as they're not going to be able to get Wash J back. The last revive circle, or the last revive flight, has already taken off, so they're going to have to make do with what they've got. TWSS going to be taking the advantage as they go ahead and get better positioning. But nonetheless, King Gamer going to go ahead and take some shots and get a knock on one Basic. Going to be there to get another. Ultra going to be in the mix. He's going to get another. Basic going to be thirsted if Ultra can't get that last one. But I do believe they have more concerns. Team 8 Syndicate actually spots their location. And the smoke can't save you here, buddy. We'll see if Syndicate, Frank Dini, and Soul will be able to maximize on the AMK situation, as it doesn't look like they were able to go any further with it. The Airborne comes down, kind of like giving them a little bit of cover. Now it's down. We'll see how they survive here, as 3 players still left for them. 3 players left for the team number 8. And then we've got 1 or 2 Ghost players. Yeah, 2 Ghost players. They dropped. And they have 3 kills, and they're only 2 deep. Like, literally drop with 2 players. 2 players still alive. Well played.
Yeah, being able to survive for so long and also getting kills, it's amazing for them. This is a 3v3v2. This means if done properly, Ghost could potentially get a few more kills and even stall the game. And with a safe zone in place, it's going to be a little bit in favor of the side of Eclipse, who is also with a heavy amount of kills, bro. They're going to be with 16 kills right now, and with the advantage of the safe zone, that's going to be really, really important for them. King Gamer and AMK are going to be the ones trying to make the move first, and at the same time, Solo is going to be sniping against the Ghost squad. Frank Dini gets a kill onto Gallo, but he immediately gets dropped dead by Bila. Bila gets the revenge frag, but it's only knock, not dead. Remember, if Bila ends up dying first, that is not going to be a kill for Ghost, so they got to be cautious about that too. Soul try to go for the revive flight, it doesn't work out, and now Bila is going to be quite close to Soul. Soul makes the great push and gets the kill onto the last player from Ghost. That's now going to be a 3v2, but Syndicate is pretty low HP, and he is approaching the AMK players. Ultra gets the first kill. Solo drops dead as well. AMK take game number 2 with a 20+ kind of game. That's crazy, dude.
Bro,
that is crazy.
22 kills, not only counting the kills that they got from Alchemy, which literally count as 3 people themselves. So, I mean, that's 12 kills for killing team. I'm just kidding. It feels like you're killing 12 people when you go against Alchemy, right? 22 kills this game. This was a performance that was much needed after game 1. Didn't necessarily go their way. 11,000. Oh, no, that's 11,000 distance. I was like, 11,000 damage? That can't be right, bro. 1,700 damage. Almost 18 for Ultra as he picks up 8 kills. 5 for King, 5 for Watched, and 4 for Basic as a stout game number 2 for AMK. They are on the move towards that first place positioning. And after seeing that matchup, you can only assume that they're going to be neck and neck with the boys over at Alchemy, right? So 12 kills and a 6th place finish. I think Alchemy might be able to, hold on to that 1st place positioning, but it's going to be neck and neck going into game number 3. So huge shout out to both teams, as we were very, very fortunate enough to catch both battles where both teams were wiped both games. We'll see how
Mm-hmm.
game number 3 fares. Got to give a shout out to the team over at Team 8. 18 kills. They definitely had a fight in this matchup, much better than last one. I do believe they had great positioning, but not as many kills in game number 1. Team 10, even though they only had 2 players live, 4 kills. That's literally more than some of these 4 stacks get.
Yeah, like it's gonna be like you mentioned, pretty close between the two AMK and the side of Alchemy. But now, like you mentioned, Eclipse could be trying to join the mix as they got an extraordinary game number 2. They gotta push it through for some more. We saw that I think it was pretty much the three of them, the ones that got the most kills out of this game. And I was talking about wanting to see something out of Saints Esports. Well, in this game, top 17 and only a single kill. Definitely not the week for the side of Saints Esports, who are not having a blast. We did see Aphelion getting a few more kills than last time, but still top 14. I do see SNS sides on top 13. Like, plenty of teams getting eliminated early. From last game, the biggest trouble coming out of game 1 onto game number 2. That is going to be Wicked getting only 4 kills in game number 2, which means that they're going to be dropping quite a few places in the overall standings.
Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow. They had a great first game. Wicked Will popped off 8 kills by himself. I think they had like 10 or 12 kills collectively. Not the kind of, game number 2 that they were expecting. Obviously, they were only left with 2 players alive for the longest. And I do believe Dark was the last one alive. I don't think he was able to clutch the tag for Will. We'll see how they fare in Game 3 as we're going to get geared up for it. Taking a look at the scorecard, very, I don't know, man. I'm not saying I'm disappointed, but I was definitely rooting for, Saints Esports to have a better Game 2. And as a matter of fact, I think they digressed. I think they had, an even worse Game 2 than they had first.
Yeah.
So very unfortunate for them. I'm not saying I'm rooting for them because I'm a fan of theirs. It's just one of those teams that, I see a lot of potential in. See them perform at a top, caliber, top ability, 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row, and this week it's just, I don't know what the words I'm looking for. It's been a long day. Just hoping that they perform better in the next 2 games as we're going to get geared up for those. Still anybody's game. I got to say Ultra over at AMK popping off in game number 2 was much needed. 22 kills. AMK absolutely running the show. Going to be exciting one here in game 3.
It's going to be exciting to see who can keep up with this too, because so far the two teams that were able to have either an okay game or an extraordinary game have been AMK and Alchemy. And coincidentally, the reason why the one or the other didn't have a great game was because they killed each other, right? In both situations, AMK first took down Alchemy took down AMK first. Second game, AMK was able to return the favor. And if we at any point in game number 3 get to see that encounter again, I wouldn't be like mad at all. That would be great to see. Although I would like to see it a little bit later on into the game, just so it can be more of an even fight in a way, because they know where the opponents sort of have an idea about it. But if it happened to be in any early stages, it would be great. Like having to see these two fight, it's always a blast.
I'm reading in chat, ban the Finnick because when you die to it, bro. I don't know about, I'm reading somewhere, or, register for AOA and TWSS already banned all custom SMGs. Imagine banning a whole, imagine banning SMGs in general. Like, literally, you know, there was at one point shotties were running rampant in opens. I could imagine that SMGs are just right there, but I would have to say that the SMG meta in BR is much more pleasing than the shotgun. The shotgun, you know, it literally is just, you know, it's just toxic. Like, there's a lot more skill involved in SMG usage in comparison to shotgun, in my opinion, and it is, you know, a gun that it's not a one pump and done. Like, you can't just hop out of a vehicle and pump somebody. You literally have to hit your shots. You have to be on point. You're not catching anybody off guard with those Finnick shots. Granted that they come in so quickly, I still feel like an SMG meta is much needed over a shotgun meta. Am I right?
I think I would have to agree with you on that one, and even more so when I remember with shotguns, like you mentioned, it was a one pump, but it didn't even need to be that close, you know. I don't know if you remember that issue that I mean, sort of issue, I don't know how to call it, with the BY-15, where you could literally snipe with that thing. It wouldn't be a one shot, one kill, but having to be able to get a kill with three shots out of a BY-15 when the enemy was like what 40 meters away, that's gonna show you the kind of range that a shotgun
Facts.
like they were definitely a struggle. So with the SMG, you definitely have to continuously properly aim at the opponents in order for you to get the knock, which is why I exactly agree with the fact that I prefer this meta over the shotguns.
Look at me, I'm Mr. Meseeks. Game number 3 starting up. We're not even going to waste any more time, guys. This is what we've all been waiting for so far. It's been the Alchemy and AMK show. Is anybody else going to step up to the table and eat? I know we saw the guys over at Frank Dini's team, Team 8. I'm not 100% sure what they're registered under. Is it Eclipse?
That's Eclipse, yes.
Okay, so I saw Eclipse in the tag. I saw Eclipse not in the tag in some of the players, so I never assume they're, one team, so I'm glad you were able to confirm that. A lot of changes in the BR scene. It's really hard to keep up with, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's definitely like a week to week basis for you to try to relearn. Sometimes if they switch teams, if the team rebranded, if the player changed his name, if he's only playing for one time, if it's a player that never was officially in a roster, but you see him too often that you think it's part of the roster, but he's not, like on Gora's side, that happens. That definitely happens.
Okay, I'm reading what Citrus is saying. Ban all custom SMGs since BR hipfire is stupid. I can agree with that to an extent, but I definitely got to say I love the SMG meta. It's more entertaining for a caster as myself to spectate over a custom, shotgun. Granted, this tournament's not for me, but for entertainment purposes, I got to say I am enjoying the SMG meta over the shotgun meta. We'll see a few drop Team 22 and Team 21 heading for the same area. Looks like a platform contest, maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. Is that 3 players pushing Citrus and Alchemy? Wow. And shoot just like that, Vans. Van Heat is going to be absolutely one shot.
Yeah, only 1 HP. Barely able to get out of that situation. His ally was able to jump away. Morlik tried to fight and paid a price for that reason.
That was an ego challenge, and he's down 8 HP. He's going to be thirsted. That's going to be 1 kill already in favor of the guys over at Alchemy. They are already taking advantage of game number 3 here. Maniac Ace is actually going to be in a fight with AE. We'll take the action over there because that might get spicier for my taste.
In what place, sorry?
Team 4 and Team 2 at Black Market. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, you said it yourself. Team 2, only 1 player alive. That's gonna be Menace hiding with the GKS. While in the outside of that building, there's gonna be Aphelion on the brink of getting the squad wipe that they need. I do see that in another fight, Will was also able to get another knock. There's plenty of fights happening at the same time. I also see Eclipse trying to clutch up a fight. They just did. That's 4 kills for Eclipse too. So definitely plenty of fights for you to choose from, Verdict.
Yeah, I actually just saw that. I bounced over there as soon as I said that. And we're going to take the action over to Crash as we do see Cypher going to get one on Sketch. That's going to be a huge frag for Exotic. Now, as Will getting better positioning, Cypher going to be able to reposition to the second story of the next building over. Is it a 2v2 scenario?
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
Plagued
And
and
right now,
Cypher.
Chaotic is trying to run away from the dogs. And Verdict, I gotta tell you this. I think we've talked about the fact that dogs, the what used to be zombies, were pretty annoying because they push you in a quick manner and can do a lot of damage. But I definitely hate them so much. You have absolutely no idea. I've been killed them multiple times, and sometimes if they corner you in a place, if you try to jump over there, you can get glitched up. It's quite a deal. I don't like that. Those operators anymore. Those dogs can be real annoying.
Yeah, I've mentioned how OP zombies were, or the dogs were. It was the zombies originally. Is that right? Please don't tell me. Okay. I remember when the zombies, I asked if they had a buff a few weeks back, and no one really could give me a direct answer. I just had to, spectate a few, and those things cause damage regardless of if they're actually, like, doing damage to you. They're impeding your line of sight. They're impeding your traffic. If you're going in and out of a building, they can be troublesome. So it can kind of be like a third, fourth, fifth man situation in some of these games. Will actually going to be retreating back. Team 7 is going to be with all 4 of their players. They're going to live to see another day. Josh should be able to get rezzed. For Exotic, no harm, no foul. We'll see if that fight goes down any further. Team 11, and it looks like Team 19 are going to be in Sakura here. Saints Esports going to be fully rezzed. You're going to get a shot on SVR and a thirst. That is going to put Team 11 in a very difficult position because I do believe they only have one player left. That's Nerian. They had a great game 1. Not sure what they did game 2. We'll take our focus somewhere else, though, because I do see him retreating for the hills. Nothing to see there.
Yeah, and looking at the minimap, I see that players are sort of spread out evenly in a way. Even as much so that I see wicked players at dinner area and others at a circus, so that's as far away as you can be in this game. The only 2 fights that I think might start a fight could be the side of Alchemy, that have 2 players in between them, squad that is 22 players at Bond. And I see, Blaze is in an antelope, tries to go for a squash, but nah, he cannot get it. The airborne takes place on time, so they are gonna get out of there most likely.
You know what? I gotta say, Team 22, you're bold, bro. You're playing with fire. You're expected not to get burnt. The fact that you guys are still in this thing is very surprising to me. But the fact that you're still in the same vicinity and haven't, took for the hills, I commend you guys. That takes tremendous amount of balls to stay in the same area as a sweat team in Alchemy. So they're kind of being like pests to Alchemy. As a matter of fact, they haven't been able to move on from the area either. So in a matter of the sense of that kind of like lingering is not favoring for Alchemy, as they are only 1 kill deep. So that'll just tell you how much Team 22 has been a nuisance to Alchemy and squad. So how is AMK doing? I'm definitely expecting them to have another standout game. 4 kills for AE. We saw that encounter earlier. Only 1 kill for AMK, and actually they're getting pushed by Team 12. This could be a sticky situation. Real Gamers have proven that they have been a top-tier team in weeks past. We'll see if they'll be able to clutch up and take down the likes of AMK here.
Yeah, right now there's gonna be one of their players out. Basic gets another kill, but still under a lot of pressure from Real Gamers. Ultra is taking out by Happy. Basic still taking damage, but figures out a way to survive with that shotgun. That is huge, as Jay also takes another kill. And what it seems to be, what it felt to be like a favorable position for Real Gamers, turned out to be something completely different, as Rafa is out and Happy is gonna be the only player alive. The side of AMK might be low HP, but it doesn't matter. If they are gonna be doing stuff like that, it's gonna be really hard for Happy to try to contest this thing. He's gonna be throwing the smoke, gonna try to figure out where to go. Takes the zip line, going left and right, trying to survive in a way. I don't know if he took the duck tag. It doesn't really matter. King Gamer goes for the thirst. That is gonna be kill number 4, I believe. No, kill number 6 for the side of AMK, while the other competitor, Alchemy, like you mentioned, maybe it was ballsy for the Squad 22 to be in the area, but I also feel like Alchemy was wasting too much time as they only have 2 kills right now.
Yeah, even if they would have got a, like, 2 kills down and 1 player left situation, they were able to clutch tags. Let's be real. If they would have done that twice, that's only 4 kills. You got AMK already with 6 kills. They're moving on to bigger and better things. Team 22 is not doing you a favor by keeping you lonely on this island. I think Alchemy has figured that out. They're going to go ahead and get in the Antelope. Actually, I think they might have spotted another player from Team 22. So, what's going on here, dude? You guys got to move on from here. I know they in their head they're like, dude, why are we still chasing these guys? I got to commend Team 22. They're bold as hell, bro.
I mean, I think they don't really mind at this point. They're just like surviving it. They are pretty far away. I don't think that Alchemy has any clue where they are. They're just looking left and right to see if, and only if, they can find them. But at this point, you gotta let go, man. You definitely gotta let go. I do see that Dominant is trying to take down with the RPG that airdrop. That's something that I think I've only done once myself, and I didn't really took the loot out of that thing. But it seems like Dominant definitely wants that loot. They know sort of the general area where that's gonna be. And if they can get there first, that's going to be tremendously good for them, as they can loot their personalized weapons, plus that stuff that Dominant was able to get out of that plane once you destroy it. And looking at the minimap, I was trying to figure out if Real Gamers was still alive, and I think they're not. I think they're out of this game. Yes, they're completely out.
Yeah, speaking of almost completely out, Frost actually the last player alive for Saints Esports. They've only racked up 4 kills. Miguel gets a knock on Das Boot. Das down. Das potentially wiped. Gonna be 1 or 2 players left for that squad. 6. Actually, it's gonna leave Convict pushing out. Takes shots on Soul. Oh my god, Syndicate, what are you doing, bro? Convict just absolutely violated Syndicate, bro. He was literally looking at the top. Frank Dini gets turfed on, bro. Eclipse almost single-handedly getting taken down by Convict. That is it. Miguel going to be spotted. Miguel surely going to get taken down. The movement's on point. Miguel beams 1. Miguel going to be spotted. That's it. Eclipse wiped. They will be out of this matchup. We'll see in Game 3, or Game 4. We're in Game 3. Good God. And wow, Convict
got 3.
Syndicate, I'm still in shock, dude. Chad, if you're out there, make sure you clip that. I want to rewatch that later.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't get a chance to see that, but looking at the feed, like, unbelievable that he was able to get the 3 of them so easily in a way. You know, he ended up dying, unfortunately, but Grimm's still alive. Grimm with the dog tags in place is gonna be able to get the revive in place as well, so that is not gonna be the end for the few squad in here, the squad number 6. And looking at elsewhere, I did see that Basic got an explosion on a car, and I think that might have been a full squad wipe.
Bro,
I saw 4.
He's got 7 kills.
I think he got a full squad with the explosion of a car.
That's wild. They're actually gonna be pushing Team 25 here in this compound that's kind of outside of farm and standoff. King Gamer gonna get 1 as Walls goes down. He's gonna be thirsted. Ultra kills another in Zells. We're gonna see the contest here for Team 25. They want the smoke. King Gamer's gonna give it to him. Gets 1, gets 2. That's a team wipe. 15 kills in game number 2 or game number 3 here for AMK. They are running the tables yet again with what looks like Alchemy just like peddling their wills, bro. They're really not getting very, far with that fight that they got into with Team 22 earlier. They kind of dwindled on it. They're moving on to bigger and better things. Teammate Blaze kills Nearian there. That's going to be a big opening frag as they finally getting on the board 3 kills. Still a day late and a dollar short behind AMK, though.
Yeah, AMK just ruling this lobby. They're going to be encountering another enemy, getting the kill just like that. King's Gamer already with 6 kills for himself. Like you mentioned, Basic with 7. King Gamer with 6 as well. Ultra coincidentally is gonna be the one with the lowest amount of kills, Only with 1, and Verdict AMK against Alchemy. I think that's about to take place. Alchemy is rather close to this.
We
Yeah,
can't miss this
happen.
one because it looks like, well, it was. They wasted a lot of time in Nuketown area, Nuketown/Pier. King Gamer knocks down Blaze for the opening frag. Blaze going to be thirsted. That's going to be tough. We're going to see how Alchemy bounce back here as Citrus and Dominic going to be on the opposite side of the hill, trying to play middle of the zone. 2 players back. That's going to be Joe and Dominic. They're going to be making their way back to Citrus, who has a bit of control on this top side of the hill, but he's taking some smoke. It's not looking too good for Alchemy here in game number 3.
Yeah, they lost a lot of time in the more than half of this game. They already lose 1 player to the side of AMK. They only have 4 kills. They might have the placement on the safe zone. You know, I think that they're sort of in a great spot in a way. But once other teams realize that they're over there, like I see plenty of squads in the surrounding area of Alchemy, and if that starts to be the case, it's gonna be quite tough to defend from everyone at once. And on other news, if you go look at SNS, they're gonna be starting up a fight right now. Trump is gonna get taken down by Whale, and the remaining of SNS tries to join the fun. Taz is gonna be pushing on to Wicked Esports. But unfortunately, the mountain is not gonna go into his favor. Chaotic goes for the push. Chaotic with 1 HP finds the kill. I think Wicked might be able to take this fight home.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Tosemp was doing, but he was literally running uphill. Will jumped down. I don't know how the air suit just didn't give away his location. Nonetheless, he is going to be able to get into this compound. Honey going to come through with some shotgun shells. Will bites a few bullets. Bites the dust. Honey picks up 1 for SNS sights. And again, Wicked yet in another position where they're going to be exposed with only 3 players alive. They've got Team 24 and Team 6 in the vicinity. I don't know if they'll be able to capitalize on that. But we will see some shots come through for Tosemp. Tosemp is going to be thirsted ASAP. Honey going to be the last one alive. Honey going to get a slide pick in. Not going to work, Honey. We'll see you back in game 4. As Chaotic is going to get res. Will's on the flight. We'll see if these guys can, get their act together before this final zone comes through. 21 kills already for AMK. Can we talk about that for a minute? 21 kills already, and we're, 20 players alive left, 16 not counting them.
We have a full squad in front of them. They're going for the kills.
That full squad was the whole team that the 3 players that kind of
Alchemy, yes.
Yeah, that led Alchemy on that wild goose chase, right?
It feels like AMK wants to finish the job,
I mean, if you look on the backside though, look who's coming up from behind on them.
Oh, okay. I mean, at this point, it's gonna be still more of an ego challenge for Alchemy, but they definitely need the kills. Right now, they barely have any. While AMK is at 24. Alchemy gets into the area only with 3 players alive, though. That's going to be Dominant, Citrus, and Joe. Citrus with the AK-47 trying to land a few shots. Doesn't work out. His ally's taking a lot of damage. Oh my god. Joe in a 1v4. He's trying to run away while his allies are completely obliterated out of existence. Joe does get a knock. Does not get a kill. Goes for knock number 2 and gets it. Okay, Joe 2 kills. Joe 2 kills. Goes for the 3rd. He might get it. He's only 8 HP. He's got to heal back up.
Wash J gonna go for the flank. That's gonna be it for Joe. He's gonna be thirsted. Yes. 6 kills for Wash J. 27.
Oh
27
we
for
see at
EMK,
30
bro.
though. They might be able to do it.
8 players left. There's plenty of opportunity for them to get 3 more kills. Plenty of opportunity. They should definitely do it. Team 24. Team 7 is actually going to be their only competition. They've got 13 kills on the board. They taking it in the airborne. They might be able to capitalize on the out of place or the lack of position for AMK. They're going to get to the top of this hill. I wonder if they're waiting for this airdrop or if they're anticipating the push up the hill from AMK. This might be where the devastation comes through for them.
Yeah, right now Wicked is with the best placement and the most kills outside of AMK, of course. Exotic is also with 3 players strong, trying to get behind the side of Wicked, which could be problematic for them. Right now, Exotic is also having an okay game with 8 kills for themselves. They're gonna be getting closer and closer to the side of Wicked, but at the same time, AMK is pushing forward one of their players. I don't know who it might be, but it's completely on top of them. Oh, it's because they have an airborne. I do see that Basic drops immediately onto Sketch, but Sketch got taken out, but he also got a kill himself. There's only one more player for Wicked, I think. That's gonna be Will and Chaotic. Chaotic is not still alive. Will is completely alive. But AMK is just unstoppable. AMK 29 kills, 5 enemies in there. They get another knock onto exotic players. Oh my god, AMK.
Wow, 31 kills
now.
so far. Bro,
oh my god.
Talking about running
crazy.
a lobby, right now they account for nearly half of all the players in a lobby, right? Nearly half. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 37 would be half completely. I think we had 74, 75 players before we started. They have 32 now as they did get the thirst on that last player. They dropped Ultra, or Ultra gets taken down. King Gamer and Wash, however, what a performance from them. 11 kills respectively. Basic right there with 11 as well. Washed, 8 kills on board. These guys are just absolutely balling out.
Well, Will survive that encounter. And
Not yet,
dead.
Yeah, 34 kills now. What a game 3, bro.
And Grim is now just chilling, you know?
You know what? If I was him, I would literally just walk backwards into the zone.
Yeah, a lot of teams do that. It seems like he's not one of those players. Wants to try to at least take one of their enemies with him. Let's see if he does. Plenty of grenades being thrown. Grim taking a lot of damage. Gets taken out by King Gamer. AMK 55 kills. 35 kills, Birdie. I think that might be the most kills we've seen. And this was not even a full lobby. You know, it was like, you mentioned 75 players. They got 35 kills. My god. That is wild. Twice in a row now, AMK proving to us why they have such a huge name in the community of Battle Royale by just blasting everyone in their way.
Are you entertained? Bro, 3 players dropped double digits for AMK. King Gamer with 12, Basic with 11, 10 for Jay. What in the actual hell did we just watch, bro? It's like everyone just funneled to them and fed them kills after kills after kills after kills. We seen, with all due respect, we saw Alchemy push up and walk into their deaths. We seen Exotic walk into their deaths. We saw Wicked walk into their deaths. These guys were 20 deep going into that last circle, and they walk out on top with 35 kills.
And I'm looking at the stream. Like, with a 5 minutes delay, 5 minutes ago they had 20 kills. That means that they got like 14, 15 kills in 5 minutes. My god, like every 20 or so seconds they were getting a kill at least.
There was only 12 people left. Actually, they had already had some knocks. So 12 people left, 21 kills accounted for. No. I'm looking at Alchemy. Alchemy actually has Team 21 with 5 kills.
A little bit later.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to see. That's
wild, they had 27 kills, and you said there's only 8 people left. So that means they got all of them? But one.
They got all
of them. Yeah, completely all of them.
Every single one of them. I got to give it to Joe, man. He he took down 2, which was great. He didn't get the finishes. Wash J actually came back, and I'm looking at the stream again. And just 200 IQ from Jay. That was a no-brainer, obviously. Gets the reses off. These guys heal up ASAP. Ultra goes down immediately after. 27 kills, 8 players left. Exactly. That is absolutely insane, bro.
That, like...
Sheesh.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Valka coming through with the hypes and the roses in chat, and the winner chicken dinner. Much love, Valka. We miss you here at VC. We miss you keeping up with the score. You are absolutely #1 in the books.
100%.
Better than God's Eye. That guy's a bot. And look. Team 22, they land at the platform, contest. Well, not necessarily contest, but kind of waste Alchemy's time, and they end up finishing with 6th place, right?
Yeah, they may not have gotten kills, but they prevented their enemies from successfully getting any kills and almost getting out of the fight for first place. Like AMK got first place in a row, 22 kills on one game, 35 in the other. At this point, you gotta give it to them. At this point, I think they already got it.
Oh,
Like
hands
we're just
down, without a
getting a
shadow of
game
a doubt, they
4.
have first place.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody even remotely close. They could literally drop. Well, I'm not gonna say they could literally drop with 0 kills in a last place finish and be first. But after an 8-kill first
I do
game,
think they can.
they possibly can, bro. Where they have 22 in game 2,
Mm-hmm.
35. That's 57 plus the 8.
You know, like 12 kills.
That's 65 in total. As a matter of fact, I'm taking a look at last week's results, and no one even had 38 kills was the most that a team had. Week 19, 70 kills AMK. Week
This one's
18,
for the books. This was just for the books.
49 for Wicked Esports. Wow. They're running the table so far.
Mm-hmm. Completely ruling today's games. AMK as we wait for game number 4, just terrorizing everyone. Not a chance. Like they did get taken out once by the side of Alchemy in game number 1, but even then they managed to get, I think it was like 12 kills I mentioned, but it's only been up here, like up for them, but getting better and better and better. Like at this point, who can stop the fire gameplay that they have today?
You know what? I don't know if anybody is, bro. I still got to give the play of the game to. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say play of the game, but what was going on with Convict and that
yeah.
Windmill? I saw Convict or FUE was undefeated at Windmill. Convict literally violated Syndicate. Whenever I was passing by, I literally happened to just lock onto Convict point of view, and Syndicate was like literally one of his teammates that just got knocked. Syndicate was looking at the top of the windmill. I'm not sure what he was looking at, but he was just standing straight still, not moving side to side, nothing like that. And Convict gets an easy 3-piece on the backs of them looking up. So GG, well played for them. They had a stout second place finish. Not even sure how many kills they got, but let's just be real. I am just still overwhelmed with that third game that we had with AMK pretty much running the entire lobby out of the matchup.
I'm looking at the chat and now everybody's saying that the Fennec needs a buff. Imagine.
Yeah, imagine. I mean, why not? Let's give the Fennec a buff. Let's give pretty much all the guns buffs. Fire rates, damage. Let's give infinite range to the Fennec too, right? Let's put some 3 times on the Fennec. Let's see how people are just beaming kids. No recoil. No recoil. Fennecs. We'll see how many videos are made off of that. Off of that. I mean, it's OP in multiplayer. I did not expect it to be that great in Battle Royale, and here it is being just an absolute menace. Fennec doesn't one-shot next season. I don't want it. Trey, you know what, bro? Those are facts, man. Can we get that written in stone? Is that something that's possible? Can we go ahead and submit that review to the developers and let them get on that ASAP?
Yeah, it's just not enough. You need to get a one shot out with the Fennec, 1 kill with it. At 150 meters away, you shoot at someone in the foot, he dead. Just like that. It should be that way with the Fennec.
Just make it a sniper SMG. Buns, you are speaking wise words, my guy. You know,
you get the Fennec into a one. I don't know if you can do that with the SMGs, where you, instead of having an automatic weapon, you can make it a
a burst or a one
I don't
shot.
know how to call it. Yeah.
like,
Imagine with a Fennec and then you add a scope, you start shooting at people, easy kills, easy time.
Bro, easy. That is definitely the ideal situation for BR, right? We complained when the AK was just being absolutely, abused. We complain when the shotgun's being abused. We complain when the Finnick is not one tap, but it is still just an absolute stroke of genius. I can understand the frustration from players in situations like that. That gun absolutely just violates kids, and it's, stupid dumb how easy it is to hip fire with guns on Battle Royale. It's literally, it requires, I have to say, a little bit more skill than a shotgun. Shotgun, you really just point in the direction and spray, right?
Hmm.
Just hit that fire button one time and, it's done. But I don't know. There's always going to be something in the meta that, we're going to talk about. If I don't see that Finnick one tap from across the map, though, it's not real in my opinion. I'm gonna need that buff ASAP, guys. Get it to the developers. Let Activision know your concerns. I want to see people running around with a Finnick with 3-time scopes. Kind of like in Warzone right now. People are running. This is the craziest thing. People are running around with the Milano, which is an SMG. Literally is just a little bigger than a MAC-10. And they're running it like sniper support with a 3-time scope. And beaming kids from 100, 150 meters away. Like, literally, no bullet drop. The gun is just an absolute menace in Warzone. Not like the DMR was, bro. If you know what the DMR meta was back when it was a thing, you absolutely hated Warzone. But I could definitely see where the frustration could come from with that Finnick's ability to hip fire, and the damage drop-off is, it's not as... It probably isn't as relevant as the actual hip firing, but, seeing it used, I enjoy watching that over shotgun usage.
Yeah, it's definitely a different kind of gameplay. But it doesn't matter what gets above, what gets nerfed. What we can have in our minds is that the AK-47 is always gonna be there, right? Like at this point, that weapon has been there for like what? Even prior to the start of this year, right? The AK-47 has always been there. It may not be top 1 anymore, but it's still, at least in my personal opinion, a top 5 without a doubt. It doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't matter how many times they try to to nerf it. Sorry, the AK-47 is always gonna be a reliable option in one way or another.
Blame God's Eye, Gilmania. Valka, you know what? We'll blame God's Eye for anything that you say, as long as you
Yeah,
are
I
coming in
agree.
here and helping us and doing numbers. We don't care what you say to God. As a matter of fact, we don't care what you say to regardless. You can, that's between you and him. I was asking him where you were earlier. He didn't give me an answer. The level of disrespect this guy is just showing me. Have your way with him. Imagine, God's Eye. Imagine ignoring Verdict when he asked you a question earlier. You were literally AFK, bot.
What's up with that? As I was AK,
Ooh-wee.
yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
AFK, that's not my problem. I'm just kidding, bro. Game 4, this is for all the marbles. We're banking on AFK here. They had a 35 kill game 3. Absolutely destroyed the lobby. Nobody in the game had a chance. They had 8 players alive left in the final zone. They got 8 kills. They got all of them. We'll see how they do with game 4.
Yeah, this time around, I think they might be going to the bus station. Either that or farm.
Definitely farm.
I think it might be farm, yeah. And it seems to be a few more people going that way. Not necessarily exactly the same spot,
You know what?
but there's gonna be...
I'm thinking that is Alchemy going for the ego challenge again.
Okay, it is. Yeah, Alchemy is gonna be in the proximities, and one of the AMK players sort of away from them, actually. Well,
Ego
Basic
challenge
is gonna
at its
start up a
finest, bro.
fight.
Dominant gonna be in the same building as Basic. Basic with a weapon in hand gonna get an easy kill, as he is gonna get knocked. Wash Day actually gets the finish. Citrus gonna try and get a refrag. This is like literally the biggest ego challenge I've ever seen. Wash Day gonna go down. Citrus with the good shots. The Bison, one of my favorite guns in ground loot.
Yeah, the Bison is such an OP weapon. I definitely enjoy playing with that. Now AMK finally gonna be bleeding against Alchemy again. They lose 2 players. Ultra and King Gamer are still gonna be alive. King Gamer with
Whoa!
a sniper gets 1 kill. Now looking for another. Can he get it? I don't know. Right now it might be a 2v2. Ultra gets taken out. King Gamer does get a knock onto Morley, but Joe and Blaze are still alive. And on top of that, Squad 22 is also in the area as well.
Yeah, what a
King Gamer
great...
with a
You
sniper.
know what? Alchemy goes for the Ego Challenge. Team 22 is in a good position. Have they not been a pest here in this series? Game 3, they wasted a lot of Alchemy's time.
What?
Game
Why?
4,
Is this
they're here to
pretty
spoil the ventures of the Ego Challenge. These guys are like top-tier nuisances at this moment.
They're just trying to go for Alchemy, and it doesn't matter if they get the kills or not. They're just trying to hang out and annoy them in a way, it feels like. And
That's exactly what it is.
I think they just got tired of it and decided not to go. But if they would have gone there, there were 3 of them, and there was only a 2 and 1 on each team. They could have even killed them both at once. That's not gonna be the case. Alchemy continues to be with 2 players. Joe is taken out by King Gamer. And Blaze gotta be careful because, like, King Gamer with that sniper, I think he already got like 2 or 3 kills right off the bat in this game.
Well, there's only 10 seconds left on this revive flight timer, so I'm definitely going to see a push from King Gamer after that timer goes down. Here it is. The push comes through. He pulls out his AK-117 and is going to get the thirst on to Joe. Joe going to go ahead and give away the positioning as he's just... going to continue to wobble around there. That's going to give the ample opportunity for Blaze to come through. Blaze going to give away his location. King Gamer going to go ahead and chow with the sniper. Perfect positioning for him. The gas comes through, forcing King Gamer out, but he's going to have cover on the hay bale. This is a phenomenal start to Game 4.
Oh my god. Blaze took a shot to King Gamer. King Gamer with the Nova gas is gonna miss it by a little bit. Blaze still alive, but from the left side, I do see 2 players from the Squad 22 joining the fun, but Ultra with a pistol gets a kill. He doesn't even care. With a pistol is more than enough for him to do damage. Now King Gamer gonna go for that other player from the Squad 22. And I feel that like that's exactly why they didn't want to go for a fight. They tried it for once, and they got knocked rather quickly. They got beamed, only leaving Bao and Morlik alive. And without any sort of, do they want to go for a fight?
You know what? I'm thinking that they're not, that's not going to change anything for them. They continue to push up like there's nothing going on. There's nobody else in the vicinity. Chu going to be left on his own. He's going to ego challenge with the Locust. I think he's finally coming to the conclusion that, you know what? This is not the place I want to be. I got to give a shout out to AMK, bro. They get ego challenged. They lose 2 players. 1 player comes back, or both players come back. 1 drops almost instantly. They're the victors here in this matchup, regardless of how it ends. 8 kills already off the bat. Big first impression here in Game 4. Chu going to be ousted here. The shots come through. Ultra actually going to get taken down. Chu with a chow. He's going to get his kill. That's right, my guy. You get that thirst.
Yeah, he's now getting shot at from the side by Jay. And I think they finally got rid of that problem. Like, 22 was being such a struggle for now not only Alchemy, but also AMK. They are finally out. And AMK, like, not even so, like, how long has this game been? Like, 3 minutes? 3.5? They
Something
already got
like
9
that.
kills.
Yeah, bro, that's phenomenal. King Gamer is he all by himself? No, he is actually all by himself here. You remember me? Citrus and Dominic come through.
They've not had enough.
No, they haven't, bro. They want the rest, dude. They want a complete finish. Now, I gotta say, this is an L for Alchemy, regardless if they wipe, AMK out of the game. AMK picked up 9 kills. That definitely secures them a dub in the series. But I gotta commend them, bro. They finished. They're coming back to finish what they started. It didn't necessarily go their way to begin with. Nonetheless, they're gonna get the tags for Blazed. Citrus gonna get that finish on King Gamer. Damage has already been done, though.
Yeah, they're finally getting those knocks, only leaving 1 player, I think, alive. Oh no, it's gonna be Basic and Jay. who are still with health points, they will get the revive flights in like in a minute or so, and that might be the end of that. They're finally gonna be spreading out of that encounter, and if we go over to Aphelion, they're gonna start up a fight against Wrecked by Reapers.
Yeah,
That's
guys,
squad
sorry
4.
sorry if we showed a little bias there, but let's just be real. Who did not want to see that encounter? That was an ego shell at the finest. Nonetheless, we'll move on to the more action. Affiliate, Dark Helmet taking some shots. Rosewind getting in the mix, taking down Space Captain. Wrecked by Reapers actually got their hands full. Dark Helmet gets taken down, but Apex there to get the finish. Wrecked by Reapers are down to one player. Oh, yeah, that's Prince, and he is kind of out in the field area, not really there to contest, which is a smart thing. He's going to be playing for tags. He's got plenty of teams in the area, too, to worry about. Not only that, he's got a full squad of thirsty affiliate players here. We are so spoiled by that first encounter in farm. I am so loving the trade of thought. I know that was Citrus's idea. That was definitely all him saying, you know what, dude? F this. We're going to farm. We're going right to them, and we're going to see how it pans out. They wanted the smoke. They didn't get the best end of the stick at the beginning, but they are still alive. 3 strong at the moment. Actually, they're 4 as the revive flight comes through. Blaze going to be on it. 3 on the revive, or 3 in play for AMK. So still plenty of game left to be played. 9 kills on board for AMK so far.
Yeah, AMK with those 9 kills are gonna be a little bit safer now. They get the revive flight for Ultra. I don't know what happened with Jay, but he's also out. Like, they've been losing players left and right, but they are not losing them all at once, which is pretty helpful for them. Alchemy is now starting another fight in the outskirts of that farm area. Citrus is gonna be fighting against the Convict. Against Convict, Das Boss. Everyone is getting into the fight, into the fun. Dominant and Joe are out. Citrus with only a pistol gets taken out. And I don't know why they were going for a push if Citrus only had a pistol. What was that about?
That's a great question. Blazed left on his own. He is all the way in launch base. I'm sure he'll have ample time to get over there to those tags. He'll get plenty of loot first, and we're going to see some contention. Team 6 and Team 1 on convergence in the bottom side of farm. We're going to see the shots. Oh, that is the FUE team, so we'll see Ultra pick up the scraps as Convict and Rim Dasboot actually going to be heading for the Airborne. They're going to try and get some better positioning here. We're going to see the drop come through Basic, trying to clear the bottom path, gets the tag scan. Ultra going to go down. Trades after trade. This is just a bloody showdown in Game 4. You know, it is, to say the least, nobody is the winner here. I got to say, everyone else in the lobby right now is winning because they're not all getting focused all by Alchemy or MK. As a matter of fact, I don't think they've been 4 strong at all. Even if they're 4 strong, they're not all 4 together, right?
And in a way, I also sort of believe that AMK heard shots. They were still in farm, so they might have thought that it was the side of Alchemy again. It was not, because they got taken down early, but now Wicked is joining the fun against Few. Chaotic is going to be in a roof, while Darken will get another kill. Chaotic gets another one onto he does, onto Grim. And the Convict remains alive, but not for too long, as Dark finds that kill, and now Wicked. Right, fight after fight in the farm area. I feel like, how many people have died in farm? Probably like 15, 20? I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they should just rename it to Funeral or something. I don't know. Graveyard. Farm is just like a death valley right now. So many teams in and out. So many teams getting dropped. Team 22 dropped. We just saw FUE actually. Did they get thirsted? Team 6 out?
Well, Alchemy is out.
FUE is out. Alchemy was nearly out. At one point, AMK was nearly out. It was just a bloodbath, bro. You don't need a butcher here, as pretty much everyone got butchered by themselves.
Yeah, they didn't need help with that. They could do it on their own terms. And leaving that up to the side, I'm trying to find if there's any fight outside of farm. And you were talking about the Butcher, and I think that Aphelion could have been... No, they were in a vehicle, sorry. For a second I thought they were fighting against the Butcher, but that was not the case. They're currently heading their way onto the airdrop, on which they are gonna get for themselves. So, yeah, looking at the minimap, I don't think there's any other fights going on right now. Could be with the Squad 25, that is rather close to Eclipse, but that would be about it.
Team 17 gonna try and push it. Still comes down airborne from Dark Helmet. Deadly gonna be pretty weak. Chaotic coming through in the vehicle. Wicked Will wants some of the action. Will gonna live. Dark takes down one. Chaotic takes out another. Gora gonna be weak. Deadly gonna be weak. Aphelion on the brink of an elimination here. Deadly the last player alive. And it is more action right on the outskirts of farm. Wicked gets the better of that trade. Dark picks up a few kills. Will lives. Only one kill on him, but definitely a few assists as Chaotic picks up 3. They're up to 7. Still nowhere near. I mean, 7 relatively is close to 9, but let's be real. 9 kills, you know, almost instantly for AMK. They haven't really been able to pick up anything after that. As a matter of fact, they've kind of been picked off one by one. As I said, that Wash J gets taken down. So, you know, that encounter inside of, bro, what happened to Alchemy? When did they get taken out?
Yeah, they got taken out like 2 or 3 minutes ago. I sort of mentioned that.
I definitely did not hear it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fights going on at the same time, so understandable. It's all good. But yeah, they got taken out, and I didn't even see it. I just realized that they were not there anymore, so yeah. Right now, because it cannot be in any other way. Oh, no, never mind. I thought they were on farm, but no, they were actually at pipeline. Seems like farm is a little bit chill for the time being, but let's see for how long, as the safe zone is gonna be in that same area. The other team that I see pretty far away from the safe zone, but with a few squads that they could find, is gonna be TWS. That they have AMP in the area. They have spotted them though. I do see Amiri looking at them with a sniper and pushing onto John. Missing a few shots, but still telling his teammates that the enemies are in the proximities.
Yep, this is, I have literally allowed this game to get, like, way out of hand. We've gotten all the way this far. It literally felt like it just started. And we're already in, like, final, like, revival flight. Yeah, 1 minute before the last revive flight comes through. Wonton can be spotted. Amiri tries to get the shots to land, not having too much luck. Zone's going to crash in for his hand. He could really play a little bit of time with that, but with the zone, he's on the deep end of it. Yeah, that's going to be tough. He's going to have to fight for his life here, as he is just not getting this ninja to come through. Bro, that's tough.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but I always feel like Ninja is just barely out of reach when I like him in a dangerous situation and I cannot get to use it properly. I feel like that has sort of happened to him there. And like, he's gonna be in a risky position though. There's 4 enemies of AMK in the area. He maybe realized he's gonna be healing and looking at that certain place, but with the safe zone hurting like a truck, it's gonna be pretty hard for him to defend. Gets into the roof, tries to heal back up. The enemies might know he's there, but they are not looking at him. Amir is gonna take the shots with a DRH, which I don't think is the best option. Does get a few shots every now and then, but not enough to be enough of a trouble for them. And plenty of people alive this time around though, Burdick. Still 35 players strong in this lobby.
33 now, as we said. 2 people dropped. Chill and Said are taken down and out. That is going to do it for them in Game 4. This has been a very pleasing Game number 4, if I don't say so myself. Very going to be pushing the outskirts of this building. He's going to get taken down by Airball. They are going to have plenty of action, and nonetheless, we started the action in farm, and where does it end? Right on the outskirts of farm, bro. How fitting.
How fitting indeed. Wicked in the area, Squad 25 2, Eclipse sort of joining, but just passing by with a car. I do see Eclipse sort of in the surroundings as well. I don't know how many more this game is gonna last, but it seems like everyone's dying now at once as Taz finds the kill onto Basic. That is gonna be really, really good for SNS though. I'm trying to find that squad of SNS. They're out. I was talking about that kill into basic. They
And
might have gotten it,
and
but
they're out.
not enough. Mm-hmm.
That is tough.
Both
dude.
SNS rosters are out.
That is super tough. 22 players alive, 9 teams remain. Outskirts of farm is where we're going to see the remainder of this action coming through. We're on board with AMK as that's where our journey started at for this fourth game. We'll see if this is where it ends in game number 4. 11 kills on board for them. They have had a massive game 3. Game 4 has been a stellar one too. They're going to get a knock on one of the new killer game, or what's the name of new? Is it New Killers?
Crew.
New Killers Crew.
New
There we
Killers
go.
Crew.
There we go. And they almost get taken down by Not Fate, who was trying to creep up like a.
Yeah, we'll go
he
with
was
the
trying. He
180.
was
You saw
creeping,
that?
bro. I didn't even know he was there. And I'm looking at the mini map, and I can see all the players.
Mm-hmm. I just saw that Ultra made a 180, got the kill, and I was like, okay, there was an enemy. Didn't even realize. But AMK with 13 kills are now gonna try to go for Eclipse. They're gonna be getting the first kill. I thought it was the first kill, but they got everyone out. And now looks to the right. Ultra just bloodthirsty now going for Wicked. Gonna be throwing that nade. So many kills they've gotten with nades, and I wouldn't be surprised if they get another one. Also, King Gamer is gonna be looking at the sky as they are using that airborne, and Will is gonna be using the BY-15. What is that about, Will?
Yeah, well, what's up with that BY-15? I was not expecting you to be running that class, but you have found it in your hands. Now you've got some pretty good work out of it. He takes down one from the FUE squad. Sketch gonna take down one as he does find the 15th kill. Game number 4 looking pretty decent for this Wicked squad. They got a lot of work cut out for them if they want to be contending with the likes of AMK, but based off of Game 3, Game 2 turnouts, I'm expecting them to be a shoe-in for the dub. Needless to say, it has been a phenomenal week for AMK. They are going to be pushed direct by Reaper Squad here on the top side of this building. TW going to get dropped almost instantly. King Gamer going to get gassed. The compound is getting all the action as the zone's crashing in. A lot of action here. Chaotic, Dark. Chaotic goes down. Dark. Oh my god, Ultra goes down to Zone. Jay and King Gamer going to be left on their own. Dark actually going to be on the good side of this rock. And Dark might live here. No, Sketch is going to be taken down. Dark going to be pushing up to the left side. Wash trying to get a heal off. No, my guy. King Gamer is there to assist in this particular situation.
Excel, what are you doing?
And it's
Excel?
a 2-1 situation. What is Excel doing, bro? Is he AFK again?
I think he's just hiding and waiting. I think if he would have realized what was going on, he could have won that game, like without a
Put
without
your
a
Cheetos
doubt.
down and get your head in the game. If there was an assassination...
Oh,
Oh!
he gets one. Okay,
What a...
he wanted to go for the. Okay, he's out, but he wanted to go for the for the melee kill. Doesn't work out. Doesn't matter. They end up getting the revenge frag. But imagine if he would have clutched that purely because of that melee situation. Oh god, today is just wild. Like.
I am so
Everything's
done.
going on.
They need to add an execution feature in COD Mobile
That would be
VR.
great. I'd love that.
I would love the animations.
But yeah, yet again, for the third time in a row, AMK first place and 21 kills yet again. My goodness. In the fourth game, just like it was on the first game, in a way Alchemy was trying to go for that kill and get them this time right off the bat. Didn't work out the way they wanted. AMK held in strong, only one player alive, revived them all, and at the end of the day, survived for long enough to take victory number 4. I mean, number 3 of the day, but in the game number 4.
Let's be real, bro. They are definitely the winners of this 4-game series.
Yeah, like, sometimes we're a little bit doubtful. Today, no doubts.
No doubts. They hands down won. Like, we don't even need scoring at this point. They ran the tables game 3. They were a bit iffy in game 4, but they still managed to pick up 21 kills. I mean, I got to give a shout out to the Alchemy squad, though. I love the ego challenge, and I loved everything behind that. Obviously, it didn't go your way, but that doesn't mean don't try it again. But AMK is just known for dropping in the farm area in the EU scene. It makes 100% sense, and the NA scene for them to do so. Um, they are the victors here in Game 4. They were the victors in Game 3. They are by far the top performers in this 4-game series, and gotta give respect where respect is due. These guys put on a phenomenal show for us tonight, and just like that, we are wrapping up yet again another Meseeks Madness Royale. Gil, bro, what's the word? I know we're getting to the end. We're getting ready for a raid. What are we looking for after this 4-game series?
Well, I mean, all I want to say is like congratulations for AMK. We knew that they were a great squad. They proved that to us today. I'm really happy for them. I'm expecting to see more of that same energy next week, and at the same time, I'm expecting some others to try to contest that same power, in a way. But overall, really, really, really pleased with what we witnessed today. Like you mentioned, we're almost done with today's stream, so I want to say thank you all so much for watching, and Berdick, thank you for also having me in here. As always, had a blast.
Always having a blast, guys. Got to give a shout out to SXC Finger Sleeve, Juju Energy. Use code Meseeks to check out for both. Huge shout out to HyperX and Trovo. You guys are one of the main reasons why we're still in this mix. And also give a shout out to God's Eye, even though he's a bot, for hosting and whatnot. Give a shout out to Valky, even though she didn't keep score, we really didn't need it. Much love to you for weeks past. So, huge shout out to the viewers who came through. Citrus with the raid, Will with the raids earlier. Much love. Huge shout out and praise to my guy Gil. Extremely proud of everything you've accomplished, and all the things that we have upcoming. Some exciting moves coming up next week, so stay tuned. We'll announce them later. That's going to conclude our stream for the night. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to come check us out on Thursday for the Mobile Mayhem EU scene coverage. We'll have plenty of action there. Until then, guys, we're signing off for another night. GG's.